Today's video is about the one and only Gail Kim. Hello guys, one more time, welcome to Ring Royalty. My name is Alexis, as you already know, and today we finally have another episode of Ew, Everything Wrong With. It's been months since I've done one of these, but you voted on my main channel, Alexis Girani, that you wanted to see this episode happen. So without any further to say, let me give you my 5 reasons why I think Gail Kim's WWE career was a complete flop. Gail Kim is definitely a legendary woman, one of the best wrestlers in women's wrestling history, but then again, we all know that her WWE career wasn't as successful as her TNA one. She's a 7-time Knockouts champion, she was a double champion, she's a producer now, and she could actually have a place in the Hall of Fame there, which is very unlikely in WWE. And the first reason why her career flopped for me would be winning the championship on her first night. In 2003, Gail Kim had her WWE debut in a Battle Royal for the WWE Women's Championship. Battle Royal that was quite weird because the champion was eliminated without being thrown out of the ring. She was carried out as she was injured. So Jazz lost the championship. There would be a new champion, obviously, and the last 3 were Trish Stratus, one of the most popular women at the time, Victoria, who was very credible and very vicious, and we have the newbie Gail Kim. It was very unlikely that she was going to win the championship, but she ended up winning the title that night. It was definitely a shocker because in WWE, no woman had won a championship in her debut. And that was pretty amusing at the time, but if you look at it in hindsight, this definitely was more harmful than beneficial for Gail Kim's career. Why? She was someone that nobody knew and she had no fan base while being at the top of the division. That was definitely going to be a problem because she wouldn't get enough reactions to be the champion, honestly. Most of the girls there got pops, Stacy Keibler, Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus, and Gail Kim just didn't, and it wasn't her fault. I think they rushed her championship run way too much. There wasn't a preparation for it, and that's why it wasn't something positive for her. And that brings us to our second point, which would be making her a sidekick. And what do I mean with this? Gail Kim only had one rivalry while she was the champion, and it was against Molly Holly. She managed to defend the championship against her once, but in their second title match she lost it. Honestly, it wasn't surprising at all. I feel like Molly was way more established than Gail. What I found a bit odd is the fact that Gail Kim aligned herself with Molly Holly after she was the one to dethrone her. But I mean, the alliance was good. She turned heel attacking Trish Stratus, and this duo of Molly and Gail were actually ruling the whole Raw women's division. It was cool for a while, and it actually gave Gail the opportunity to have many great matches, but she wasn't a main event player anymore. It was Molly, and she was just there to help her do the dirty work. She was the sidekick. She wasn't this prominent figure that we thought she would be by winning the championship on her first night. She was now just there, behind the women's champion, not as the women's champion. This was definitely a problem, and as you probably know, Gail Kim had 2 runs in WWE, and what these 2 runs have in common is the fact that they definitely made Gail Kim a sidekick. She was always teaming up with the champion, but she wasn't a champion herself. It happened in her first run with the likes of Molly Holly and Trish Stratus, and later on when she came back with the likes of Mickie James and Melina. So definitely this was a terrible way to book Gail Kim. What are you doing, WWE? She's talented. Give her the spot to shine. Like, I don't understand how they wasted such a great talent like Gail Kim. And definitely this is one of my biggest problems with her career in WWE. She didn't deserve to be a sidekick at all. She was too talented for that. Gail Kim would officially leave WWE for the first time in late 2004, and she wouldn't rejoin the company until early 2008. Now this is specifically my third point, having an underwhelming return. Gail Kim came back to SmackDown, interrupting a Divas Championship match between Michelle McCool and Maryse. She attacked them both and then raised the championship high as a sign that was her target. She was back to become a champion. It looked like things would brighten up for Gail Kim now that she has returned to WWE compared to her first run, because remember, this is 2008. The year prior, she just had that iconic feud with Awesome Kong in TNA. So it was only logical that Gail Kim would have a lot more importance in the Divas division now that she was a star. But we were wrong. So Gail Kim had a couple of singles and tag team matches against the like of Michelle McCool and Maurice, the ones that she attacked, it was obvious, and managed to defeat the champion a couple times until she got her championship match on a random episode of SmackDown. And not only did Gail Kim receive the title match in a regular show and not at a pay-per-view, but also the fact that she was defeated by Maurice clean. Maurice didn't even have to cheat to defeat Gail Kim was a slap in the face. That was definitely the end of her push, or her so-called push. The momentum of her returning was completely gone by that moment because she couldn't defeat Maurice. And are you gonna tell me really that people are going to believe that she could manage and handle in there with Awesome Kong for over 10 minutes in a no disqualification match or street fight, and she was defeated by Maurice clean in less than 6 minutes? Clearly, WWE wasn't investing any of their time in making Gail Kim a star there. Probably they just rehired her so TNA couldn't do more things with her in the Knockouts division, and the fact that the Knockouts division was overshadowing the Divas division was pretty obvious. I am sure they were aware of it, and that's why they offered Gail Kim more money to come back there so the Knockouts division wouldn't have basically their first ever champion. Nothing interesting would happen with Gail Kim's career in the next couple months, until we reach our fourth point, which is another missed opportunity, and that would be losing the Divas Championship Tournament Finals. In January 2010, Melina was injured in a house show and had to relinquish the Divas Championship. Therefore, there was a tournament held on Raw to see who would be crowned as the next Divas Champion. Gail Kim had a pretty amazing performance and managed to defeat the likes of Jillian Hall and Alicia Fox in the first 2 rounds, and she reached the final that was supposed to be held at WWE's Elimination Chamber 2010. It didn't happen that way for some weird reason. Maurice and Gail Kim were already in the ring when Vicky Guerrero came out of nowhere and announced that Lay Cool would face Maurice and Gail, who were now partners for some reason, in this inter-promotional tag team match. What was the reason? What was it? I just don't get it. How can you ruin something that is already set? I mean, WWE really surprised me a lot on the way they really fucked up Gail Kim's career over and over again. Each and every time it looked like she got an opportunity or a little bit of momentum, they managed to kill it right away. As expected, Maurice betrayed Gail Kim and she was defeated by Laycool. The night after on Raw, we finally got the finals of the tournament. I don't know why they decided not to do it in a pay-per-view. Maybe not giving Gail Kim another chance to shine in a pay-per-view. She had absolutely no singles matches in WWE pay-per-views in her whole career. I don't think she had one. If she had, let me know down in the comments, but I think they screwed her up so many times that she never got that opportunity. On the final of the tournament, she lost to Maurice again, clean, absolutely no cheating from the French-Canadian goddess, and she lost the chance to become Divas champion. One of the most horrible decisions ever. Maurice was so over with the crowd. She was a great heel. She should have lost that match and let Gail Kim build some momentum, get more members of the WWE Universe behind her, and after a while, have Maurice challenge Gail Kim for the championship and maybe defeat her. Maurice would be an excellent heel contender for a champion like Gail, but they decided to go the easy way, giving the title to Maurice as she was already so over with the crowd and sending Gail Kim back to obscurity again. She never got another real chance to be a Divas champion. We were just talking about the lack of opportunities for Gail, how she didn't have many championship matches, she never got a singles pay-per-view match in WWE, and also storyline wise, I don't really remember Gail Kim being involved in that many storylines. Are we really going to count Gail Kim against the Bella Twins for the love of Daniel Bryan? I mean, did you even remember Gail Kim was Daniel Bryan's girlfriend? I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you don't, because I mean, it was completely pointless. Anyways, going back to this point, she was definitely kept as a jobber for most of her career. During her first run, she literally lost against so many people like Trish, Lita, Jazz, Victoria, and then when she returned later on, she was losing different matches against the likes of Alicia Fox and then Maurice, we have Michelle McCool, and she had absolutely no chance to shine. She barely got TV time, and her best matches in WWE were definitely in WWE Superstars. I know back then women barely got any TV time, but Gail Kim's TV time was even less than what most women got at the time. I am sure that they weren't really into Gail Kim's character. I don't even know what was her character, to be honest. She was Matrix-like during her first run, and then when she returned she was this athletic Asian girl, and that's it. Once again, she was meant to be a jobber there because they had no plans for her. That would explain the lack of direction, the lack of character, the lack of title opportunities, the lack of TV time. All of this is because WWE management only wanted Gail as a jobber, and that is the reality. She was wasted. Even as talented as she was, putting on great matches in Superstars, they didn't even give a damn, and she was kept as a jobber until she was completely fed up and decided to quit in that Battle Royal, very famous and controversial moment when she eliminated herself and quit WWE right after, just to return to TNA and become the legend that we love today. It has to be a crime of some sort that someone as technical as Gail Kim and as skilled as her had to go through about 5 years of being a jobber in the biggest wrestling company in the world. Bottom line, keeping Gail Kim as a jobber for so many years has to be one of WWE's biggest mistakes. Alright, so this was everything wrong with Gail Kim's WWE career. Let me know down in the comments what do you think about her career. I know there is not much to talk about, but there's a lot to criticize, so I will be waiting for those juicy comments. I am really happy about everything that's been happening with the channel. The reception of all the videos has been incredible. We are finally 1K, oh my god, 1K subscribers. It was literally a dream come true. I am not sure if this would be the first or maybe the second video that I would post with 1K subscribers, because I am posting the, oh my god, my memory is so bad. I got it. I am posting the Extreme Rules review also. Not sure which of these videos would come up first, but I just want to let you know that I really love you for this. Thank you for your support, and if you have any other ideas of videos that you would like to see in this channel, let me know as well. My name is Alexis, as you already know. Here is my Instagram if you want to contact me or anything, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe.